Good afternoon. Certainly am glad you've decided to join me today here on Take a Moment. As you might notice, I'm not in my bedroom today. I've decided to take things outside so we can enjoy God's beautiful creation. Today I'd like to talk about one of my favorite verses, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. And it says, "For this is the end of the matter. All hath been heard. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." Last night, I was looking through our church bulletin and I came across an article. It's titled, "On Fear," and I would like to share that with you. It says, "Contrary to what many people think, fear is not always a bad thing. If we could find a way to banish every form of fear from our hearts, we would find ourselves weaker as a result, not stronger. The thing that's wrong with us most of the time is not that we're afraid, but that we have too little fear for the things we should be afraid of. Fear is not the problem. It's what we choose to fear." And the thing that stood out to me the most was the fact that it says if we were able to find a way to banish every form of fear from our hearts, we would find ourselves weaker as a result. And I began to think about Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. And it was then that I realized that fear actually plays a critical part in the life of a Christian. You know, now I'm not talking about a fear where we're curled up in a little ball in the corner of our bedrooms, absolutely terrorized. But I'm talking about a fear of respect and reverence. Fear and respect and reverence towards an almighty, all-powerful God, a God who has power beyond our wildest imaginations. A God who has the power to send an individual to eternal life in heaven or to eternal death in hell based on whether or not that individual feared God and kept His commandments. You see, fear is not really something that we talk about, but it is something that we should consider. You know, Christians should live a life of fear. No, we shouldn't live a life where we're absolutely terrorized. But we should live a life of respect and reverence toward our Almighty God. Christians should have a sense of fear. Once again, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. "For this is the end of the matter. All hath been heard. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." I thank you for joining me here today on Take a Moment. I certainly hope you will join me again next week, and Lord willing, we'll be here again next Wednesday. I'll see you then.